What kind of energy do you want your channel to have? I want my channel to have a welcoming, warm, like sit down chat to chat, FaceTime homegirl type of vibe. Okay, how and when did you first get into K-pop? What K-pop song best matches your personality? Who was your first bias ever? Taemin. What's something people often misunderstand about you? I don't know. What's a lesson you've learned recently? When people show you who they are, believe them. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's tea? My name is aezhuh. Welcome back to the planet. First of all, happy new year, y'all. This is my first video of 2026. I really haven't made a video since last year. I really didn't even check in with y'all during the holidays at all. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, a great Christmas, great New Year. I enjoyed my holidays. I had a good time, and I hope you all had a good time as well. For my first video of 2026, I wanted to do like a get to know me slash Q&A slash K-pop Q&A type of video, because I know my channel, I pretty much just started putting videos up here. I didn't even really introduce myself or give you guys any insight into who I am, and y'all need to know who y'all watching. I mean, if you come from like TikTok, you probably have an idea of who I am or know certain things about me. If you know me in real life, of course you know certain things about me, but like everybody is not coming from TikTok, and it's gonna be people that just find me straight through YouTube. So I mean, you know, this is just an insight into who I am, who you watching, what Planet aezhuh is all about. Then so it can establish, you know, a relationship between me and my subscribers, between me and people who watch me. So I have 10 general like get to know me types of questions, and then I have 10 K-pop related questions. And I'm gonna read the get to know me ones, answer those first, and then go into, you know, depth with K-pop, because K-pop is pretty much the basis of this channel. I start with reactions on my TikTok. It's a lot of K-pop content. I talk about other things here and there. Sometimes I post my TikToks on here as shorts, and it's not always K-pop related, but K-pop is a big thing on this channel. My main thing to talk about with this channel, I want to do K-pop, of course, and then entertainment, film and TV commentary. Like that is my lane. The media, that's where I, you know, that's where I'm at. So that's what I want to talk about. But I know K-pop is a big part of that, so I want to, you know, give my people that are over here strictly for K-pop a couple of, you know, answers to a couple of questions they like probably have, like general questions: who's my bias, who I owe, such and such, if they don't have an idea already. But yeah, okay, but actually before I get to the questions, here's some basic facts, basic things. My name is aezhuh, ASIA. That's my actual name. It's not a nickname for anything. That's my, you know, that's what's on my birth certificate. My favorite colors: pink, blue, black. My birthday, was born November 8th, 1998. Shout out to the Scorpios. Yes, I am 27 years old. You know, a lot of people, when they hear you're over like 18, they think you're just old, decrepit, dust, and ancient history, all that. But whatever. I'm 27, turned, no kids. No kids. I have a fur baby, a cat. My baby girl, her name is Sunny. So if you ever hear me say that I have kids or I have a kid, I'm referring to my fur baby, not no human children. No. Okay, now onto the questions. So question number 1, how would you describe yourself in a few words? I would say that I am very, well, in one word, I am a very genuine person. I pretty much wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a water sign. Like I said, I'm a Scorpio. My big 3 is Scorpio, Cancer, Cancer. So you can only imagine, like, it's a lot of water up in my chart, a whole lot. I was born on a Sunday. All the astrology girlies, you know, you get it. But yeah, very genuine, very spunky. I think I am funny. I feel like I am hilarious. I am my own best friend, and other people tell me that I'm funny. So yeah, funny. I'm pretty much an introvert, extrovert. Like, I am very introverted, but I can turn on the extrovert switch when it's time. I'm probably screaming on the inside while doing it, but I can do it. Passionate, creative. I work in production, film and TV. Like, I have a degree in that. Like, that is my lane. Like, that's why I have so many thoughts on TV shows and music or anything creative. That is my lane. But yeah, that's a couple of little words to describe aezhuh. And that's the reason, like, I named this channel Planet aezhuh, because I feel like I am very, like, multifaceted. That's another word to describe me. Multifaceted in like things that I like and my interests and things like that. So while K-pop may be a big thing on this channel, or a big thing that I do talk about, it is one of my many niche interests, and I have a lot to talk about. K-pop is something that I'm gonna do like reactions or commentary and stuff like that, but I also want to talk about shows that I like. I love ratchet reality TV. Okay, I am a Zeus, now that's TV. Is it a character flaw? Yes, it is, and I am willing to admit that, but it's a flaw that I embrace. I'm not messy. I am nosy though, and those shows keep me entertained. But I also like want to talk about music or movies, or like this show here, that show there. I do want to vlog. I need to get a separate like vlogging camera or a vlogging phone, because it's like I can vlog. I see the potential. My thing is I never really follow through, because when I do it on my phone, it's easy to like stop and just be on my phone and forget that I've even been vlogging for the day. If I had another device, then I probably would do better with that, because if I see the device, it'll remind me to vlog like off the bat. So yeah, I do want to vlog, probably a story time here or there, because I do have stories. I wouldn't sit up here and tell like all my business, all my personal business and stuff that's not even, you know, my thing. But I got some stories. Like I do want to, like one of my first story times that I probably will do on here, it was a time I was literally about to fight this older white man at work because he called me a bitch. Yeah, it was a lot going on. If y'all want that story, let me know. But yeah, also a yapper. That's another word to describe myself, because see how I yapped about this. Like I literally yapped this whole time off this one question. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a little lengthy video. Question number 2, where are you from and how has it shaped who you are? I am from Sumter, South Carolina, the 803. What's good? The South. I'm a Southern girly from Sumter, South Carolina. And how has it shaped me into who I am? Sumter is a small town, and it's a small Southern town, so I feel like I have Southern qualities. Like I have manners. I say yes ma'am, no ma'am. Like a lot of people would tell me I have an accent. I don't know if y'all could tell on here. I feel like I carry myself as a Southern person. And then living in a small town, I don't know, it shaped me in different ways. I can remember like being a little girl and literally hating living in a small town, because I've always had like really big creative dreams, and when you live in a small town that doesn't really inspire you, it can kind of, I don't know, it just like you don't thrive there. You could kind of just start to resent that. It's like I'm thankful for it, but it's not where I would want to settle down. It's very much like a retirement type of town. Like it's not, you know, and I'm the type that I do like a city. I like city life. I like having opportunity. I like having choices. I like having choices to do things and it not be super far. So yeah, I mean, I have love for Sumter. I always would. It's where I'm from. I'm thankful for it. Born and raised, the 803. It's where my family is, a lot of them. But if I had the choice to live there or not, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be my first choice. But shout out to Sumter. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? So literally, I am a child of the internet. Like, as far as I can remember, I got a laptop when I was probably in the 2nd grade. Like, and before that, I was just on my mom's laptop. I was always a technologically advanced kid, and being technologically advanced like at an early age, I was on YouTube at an early age, and I have been watching YouTube and YouTubers and people documenting their life or giving their commentary for as long as I can remember. Like, I watched a lot of different people. I was in like very niche black groups, like if you watch Sweet Addictions TV or Ashley Miller TV, Forest Rocks, Bonnie Blue, I still watch them to this day. Sweet Addiction TV, Candy, she just made a comeback. So yeah, shout out to them. They literally shaped me like growing up as a younger black girl, watching these older black women give their commentary about things. And also watching other channels, other K-pop channels. I have shouted out time and time again Courtney and Jasmine from Two Minjing Junkie. If you was on K-pop YouTube back in the day, like they ran K-pop reaction YouTube, like, and they were so special to me, still are so special to me. Like I loved watching their videos and watching Dre and Dylan, and you know, K-pop YouTube back then, like it was so authentic because these were, you know, actual K-pop stans, and you could tell like they literally had love for K-pop. Like they weren't just doing this just to get the views or just to get the traction or just because K-pop is hot right now. Like they were really on the Hallyu wave, and I was there right with them, and I watched them all the time. So I had always had thoughts of doing my own commentary because I watched other people do it for so long. And also I used to get told, oh, you should start a YouTube channel, or you should start, you know, posting things. And when Vine was a thing, I was, you know, kind of integrating and making videos on K-pop Vine back then, but it didn't really go nowhere. Not nearly as far as my K-pop TikTok went. Like I'm currently sitting at like 31.6K followers. It's insane, and people actually like, you know, watching me and actually like hearing what I have to say. So when my TikTok started growing, I was like, okay, now is finally my time to transition over to YouTube. And my TikTok kind of grew over the past like 3 years. I started really posting on there in like 2023. So, and I've gotten to like 31.6K, and I'm like, it's crazy because people, no, I have been noticed, and that's crazy. Like, I don't think I'm like some, you know, like that. But people have asked me, I will go out and tell them, people like, oh my gosh, I follow you on TikTok. And I'm like, really? Me? It's so crazy. And it's like, it's so cool to see. And like I said, YouTube had been something that I had been watching. So when TikTok started to take off, I was like, okay, I finally need to really sit down and take YouTube serious. And it took me a minute because this channel, I had this specific channel created, because this is separate from my like standard viewers channel that I've had for years, like, and that I was watching my favorite YouTubers on for years. No, I made a completely separate channel, and I made it early. I made it in like December 2023, and I didn't start posting YouTube videos until early, like summer 2025. I think that's when I posted my first full reaction, like full YouTube video that I sat and edited with my intro, my outro that I made. I was posting my TikToks on here as shorts, but that was my first time actually posting a video. It took me a minute. And Planet Asia had been the title ever since the beginning. Like, I always was gonna name my channel Planet Asia because, like I said, I feel like me, myself, with all my interests and all my little niche things, I feel like I'm my own little planet, and here are the things that go on in the planet. And also, I consider myself a star girl. I love stars. I love anything dealing with space. So I wanted to integrate that in my channel name. So yeah, that's like what inspired me to start posting on YouTube, was watching other people post on YouTube and then wanting that for myself. Question number 4, what's something people often misunderstand about you? I don't know. I think people probably often misunderstand my tone. Like, I could be saying something and be completely joking, but they may take it serious, and I have to make it clear that I'm joking. Like, being on TikTok, people could get very, like, I don't want to say the word sensitive over words, because I consider myself a sensitive person, and then if something offends you, it offends you. I don't feel like that's a sensitivity, but they can really take what I am saying as something like really to heart. Like, for example, I'm gonna be reacting to Long Shot's recent videos, like their debut and then like the other video they have put out. I'm gonna go ahead and react because people have asked me, but people were upset with me because I had made like a video about Long Shot, one video, and I was clearly joking in the video, but people were mad. And I'm like, dang, they can't tell that I'm joking? Like, is it the tone of my voice? I don't know. So that people probably misunderstand that. What's a personal value or belief that's important to you? Just be a good person. Be a good person. I feel like it don't get no deeper than that. I respect people who are good people. Just so y'all know, I don't mess with the orange in the office. Ice, we don't do that over here. I love all my gay people. Protect the dolls, protect Black women, like free Palestine. It's all that over here. So just so we don't get that confused. And I feel like people that align with that tend to be decent human beings, and my core value is just be a decent human. As long as you're not hurting people, then you are good in my book. Don't hurt people. Be a good human. And that's in any way. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Like, if y'all here snaking people, no. Like, be a good human. It's not that hard. What are you most passionate about outside of K-pop? I'm passionate about Black women, my people, Black people. I'm passionate about people getting fair treatment. I'm passionate about people not being ignorant in my presence. Like, if you in my presence and you say something ignorant, I'm probably gonna say something 9 times out of 10. If I don't say anything, it's because I really just genuinely don't feel like arguing. But I just don't, especially if I'm close to you. Like, I'm close to you and I know you know better, or if you don't know better, you finna figure it out, because you can't be around me and be ignorant. Like, no. I'm passionate about making the world a better place. Like, the world, if we are gonna be stuck here, we shouldn't be miserable. And I'm passionate about people following their dreams, and I'm passionate about us not being miserable on this earth. Like, I'm passionate about all the good things. Like, I don't care about the weirdo stuff, but like, that's what I'm passionate about. I am passionate about K-pop. I was about to sit up here and lie. What's a lesson you've learned recently? When people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them the first time. Don't double back. Don't give multiple chances. Don't be trying to give the benefit of the doubt, because 9 times out of 10, the benefit has no doubt. Like, When people show you who they are, Maya Angelou said it best. Believe them and get the fuck on. What are you currently working toward or hoping to achieve? I am currently working towards having a steady, stable career in production, in film, and TV. I really like working in this industry, and I want to continue to grow in this industry. And you know, I just want to do everything. Like, I want to, if anything that I in my head feel like I can do, I just want to do it. Like, whether that's directing or producing or like acting or just in anything in this industry, I'm just gonna do it. Also, same thing with like my content. I want to build like a steady audience on YouTube. I want to consistently post on here. Same with TikTok. Like this is definitely my lane. I just want to excel in it. All the achievements that come with that, that's what I want, to just excel in what I was born to do. And I genuinely feel like I was born to do this, and these beginning stages are like really cool. I just cannot wait to see what the future holds, because I know that 2026, this is my year of consistency. This is my year of really like going for it. I'm not chilling, I'm not letting up. My foot is on the gas, all gas no brakes. Question number 9, how do you relax or recharge? I take a nap, I go to sleep. One thing about me, I am a very sleepy girl. I will take a nap in a heartbeat. I am one of those 420 garden girls. That was something else I should have put in my personal values and beliefs when I was like, fuck ice and all that. Yeah, I'm a supporter of the leaf. I am a supporter of the leaf, of the garden, of the tree. And me sitting, gardening, scrolling through TikTok, just, and drinking some tea, some good little tea, that is relaxing. That's my me time. And last question, last of the general questions. What kind of energy do you want your channel to have? I want my channel to have a welcoming, warm, like sit down chat to chat, FaceTime homegirl type of vibe type channel. Even with my reactions, like I want it to be like I'm sitting down talking to one of my friends. I just want it to be a cool, inviting type of environment. I want it to be a safe space. Like, I do want to start making content probably later on down the line regarding mental health and things like that, because that's something else I'm also very passionate about. So I want to be a voice for that. And I just want it to be real cool over here. I want the planet to be just a real cool, calm, collected place. And we could just sit and we could chat and we could talk. And that's the type of channel this is about to be. It's not about to be nothing crazy, none of that arguing, none of that extra stuff. Because I do block people. I just sit up here and I just block. If I feel like you being funny, block. If I see you on somebody else's video saying something crazy, block. So you don't have to see me. Like, I block people. This is a safe, nice, non-bully environment. That's what it's gonna be, and that's what it's gonna be, and that's what it's gonna motherfucking be. Okay. Yeah, that was the general questions. Now let's get to the K-pop related questions. Okay, how and when did you first get into K-pop? I got into K-pop because, like I said, I was a technologically advanced kid and I had a laptop and things like that. So I was on YouTube in 2010, because that's when I got into K-pop, in 2010. I was around like 11 years old. This was right before 6th grade, I think, something like that. I was around 11 years old and I was scrolling through YouTube because I used to be obsessed with America's Best Dance Crew. I loved that show, and I was watching like videos of America's Best Dance Crew and stuff like that. And during that time, that was the season where Beat Freaks was on there. This is important to the story. Season Beat Freaks was on there. That was the current like running season. And so I was just watching a whole bunch of videos, watching Beat Freaks videos. So in the suggested videos, one of the members of Beat Freaks at the time, her name was Reno, and she was a member of Beat Freaks. And so when I was watching videos of Beat Freaks, a lot of the suggested videos, like it would show videos of her doing choreography and stuff like that. There was a video of her teaching choreography for Replay, and at the time I didn't know anything about K-pop or nothing. So when I clicked on the video, I was thinking they were dancing to like some English song that I just didn't even know. I didn't know it was K-pop. It was it was like a 30-second clip, because it was just the chorus of Replay by SHINee. It was just them dancing to the chorus. But I used to watch that video over and over and over and over and over again. And I was watching that video over and over and over again before I ever clicked on, because there was always the SHINee Replay music video sitting like with the suggested. It was always sitting right there. I hadn't clicked on it for like a long time. I was watching that video like multiple times a day, every day, for at least 2 to 3 months before I clicked on it. And so one day I was watching that video per usual, and I just let it play, and I let the replay video play. And I realized, I was like, oh, this is the song that they're dancing to. And I just got mesmerized by the song. And when it finally clicked that it was Korean, because it wasn't clicking at first, I was thinking that it was just, I don't know what I was hearing. But then I was like, oh, this is like, they're singing in Korean. And then that led me to look at more SHINee videos. And then I found Big Bang. And then I found like co-ed school. And then I found FX and then Girls' Generation. And I was in Super Junior and all that. Like, I was finding and submerging myself in this brand new thing that I knew nothing about at the time, but I just knew I liked it. That's pretty much how I got into K-pop in 2010, SHINee's Replay. And I feel like that's a flex for that to be my first video, first song, like introduction to K-pop. Like, yeah, because everybody knows Replay is like the national anthem. And I thank America's Best Dance Crew and my obsession, because without that show, I probably would have never found it. Who was your first bias ever? Taemin, Lee Taemin, the Lee Taemin. Yes, and he's still my #1 alt bias. My 3 alts for everyone, my 3 alts. It started with SHINee, of course. I found SHINee in 2010. They were my only alts for a very long time, up until I found 17 in 2015. When 17 debuted, I had gotten to 17 during Monse era, and I ended up ulting them along the way. Like, I probably ulted them after Boom Boom or something. Jonghan, Yoon Jonghan, free my man. This is Jonghan year. He gets free this year. He will be free in June or July. I can't remember. But during the summertime, he's about to be out, and I'm going to throw a party. That's my baby. That's my other old. And TXT. I started standing TXT in 2019. TXT is like well, not the only, but they're my only alt that I've been with since debut. I've been with a lot of groups since debut. A lot of groups that I stan, because I'm a multi-stan. I stan a lot of groups. But they're my only alt that I've been with pretty much since debut. 17 was pretty close. But I got into them during Monse, not during like 17 Project or Adore You and things like that. But, or the Melon Room. I ain't getting to them during that. I had to go back and look. But no, TXT, I was there since we got that email from Big Hit about BTS getting the little brother group in that little snippet. I've been there since then. So yeah, and Taehyun, duh, Kang Taehyun, that's my other alt. SHINee, 17 TXT. They're mine. That's what make up me. Okay, those are the pillars of Planet aezhuh. And that kind of ties into the next question: which groups or artists are you currently standing? Of course, I'm standing those 3 groups because I ult them. And I'm gonna put my whole stan list right here. This is from my card. Like, if you're on Stan Twitter, you know, everybody has a card that pretty much introduces their page and shows their stan list and stuff like that. I'm gonna also link my card in the description if y'all want to see the full thing, read the full thing. What K-pop song do you never skip? Okay, so this question, I could really say I don't skip a lot of K-pop songs. Like, my music library is really, really big. Like, really big. I have over like 11,000 songs on Apple Music. And it's a lot of like of my old songs that I don't skip, but I can say we're like religiously every time this song comes on shuffle, I really just drop everything I'm doing. Silent Cry by Stray Kids. I love that song. I know a lot of people be having their issues with Stray Kids. I stan. I like them. Next question: what group do you think has the best choreography? I'm gonna say 17. I'm gonna say 17 because 17 has been a self-made group since the beginning, doing their own choreography, and it's always been like spectacular, especially for 13 people. They're always in sync. They always like know what the next person is doing. They flow really well. All of them can dance, and the choreography literally always hits. Like, they're always doing something crazy in their choreography, and I genuinely love it. And the fact that they majority of the time they make it themselves, and they've been doing that since the beginning. 17 are like over 10 years into their career, or like 10. They just reached their 10-year mark last year. Like, 17 is really that group. What K-pop era or concept is your all-time favorite? 2013 to 2019, that whole, like, that was like peak K-pop, because during those years, that's when BTS was rising and they were doing great. That's when GOT7 was active. Like, even more third gen was still active. Like, EXO was still active. SHINee was more active as a group than they are now. Even the girls, like the girl groups, that's when Twice came out. And like, Girls' Generation was still active. A-Pink was still doing stuff. ITZY had came out towards the end. That was just a good time frame, and everybody was putting out like good music, good albums. That's my favorite era. But favorite concept though, I have to say TXT, that whole deja vu Tomorrow Chapter, like that whole album, that whole concept was amazing. I saw Act Promise in Houston that year. That set list, that album was so good. The whole concept, the Little Prince, it was, I loved that concept. I love all TXT's concepts, like duh. But that one right there really, that one really ate. Have you been to any K-pop concerts, and which one was your favorite? Yes, I have been to a couple. I have. My very first K-pop concert was EXO in 2016. February 2016, it was aezhuh in New York. That was when K-pop groups would come over for a tour, but they would only go to LA and New York. And I just happened to see EXO in New York. Great time, amazing experience. That's what jump-started the concert junkie in me, specifically K-pop concerts. In 2022, I saw, well, no, back up. In 2018, I saw BTS for Love Yourself in New York as well. That was an amazing experience. I saw NCT in Atlanta in 2019 for their first tour, and Do Young was the representative for Atlanta, and we had VIP, we had P1. It wasn't no crazy VIP benefits then, but we had P1, and we were in line, and Do Young came out the side door while these other girls were being interviewed, and we were right there. And my phone, I was recording. Y'all, mini story time. I was recording, and literally I dropped to my knees and just started crying. Like, my video is literally just me recording the concrete, because Do Young is my 127 bias. Like, if you looked on my bias list that was on, you know, a couple questions ago, Do Young is my 127 bias. I literally almost depleted. And that is the concert. I also actually met Courtney and Jasmine, which is crazy, and they were standing right beside me while I'm having this whole breakdown on the concrete. Crazy. But in 2022, I saw 17 on Be the Sun. I saw ATEEZ. I've seen P1 Harmony. I've seen NCT a couple times. I saw them on their first tour in Atlanta. I saw them on their second tour in Atlanta. I've seen NCT Dream. I've seen TXT 3 separate times on Act Sweet Mirage, Act Promise, and this last Act Tomorrow. I've been to a couple K-pop concerts. I'm planning on going to more this year. Like, last year was not a very successful concert season for me because I literally only went to one show with all the plethora of K-pop shows that was going on. I literally only saw TXT in LA for Act Tomorrow, which was great, which was amazing. I would like kill to live that experience again. It was so crazy. I love LA. LA is the favorite child with these K-pop groups, and I see why. The air is just different over there. They thrive over there. They look great over there. And I've been to plenty Atlanta concerts, a couple New York, a couple Texas, but LA, it's a different energy. Atlanta be hype. Like, I love an Atlanta show. So this year I want to go to more concerts. The BTS just dropped them tour dates. So Tampa and LA will be seeing me because LA greedy ass. They got 4 dates. Favorite child. They got 4 dates, and it's also one of those dates is Jungkook's birthday. I gotta be there. What K-pop song best matches your personality? I don't know. Probably a couple. If You Love Her by SHINee. I will not be elaborating. Just go listen for yourself. Go read the lyrics for yourself. If you could see any group live right now, who would it be? SHINee. All 5 physically SHINee. That's what I would want. Okay, and last question. What do you love most about K-pop beyond the music? I love the community it builds. I love the fact that people are able to make friendships and have like lifelong friendships. There are people that I've been friends with through Stan Twitter for a very long time because I've been on Stan Twitter for like 10 years. It's just a whole community, and it stretches all over the world. It's crazy. Like, I've made friends from everywhere on the map, people that are even overseas, which is like insane to think about. And it's all through the love of this music, the love of these groups, the love of like what they produce. I mean, granted, it's weirdos in every type of like fandom, every type of little community. So like, that is one part that I don't like, that sometimes people can get really hostile, really weird over these idols. But it is cool to see the connection and the community that has come with this genre of music. It's beautiful to see. All right, so that brings me to the end of this Q&A. Like, oh my gosh, how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like y'all know me kind of now? Like, I would hope so. I don't want y'all to just be watching these videos and not know the person behind the commentary, the person behind the reaction, the person behind like the channel. Because yeah, if you're gonna be on a planet, you gotta know what the planet is about. So yeah, and that was cute to do. That was fun, answering the little questions. You know, these are questions I kind of just got from like Pinterest and like just watching other people's videos over the years. And recently I had to go back and like look just to see like what type of things would people want to know in a Q&A. So yeah, hopefully I did good. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you want to connect with me on any socials, they're going to be in the description box as well as at the end of this video. Once again, thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Bye.